Hi, my name is Pedro Montoya. Today I'm here to give you an informative speech about tattoos and the people that wear them. The general purpose of my speech is to inform of why people choose to get tattooed and others do not. Tattoos are a personal choice and lifestyle, and people should not be judged from the ink on their skin. The world is divided into two kinds of people, those who have tattoos and those who are afraid of people with tattoos. And honestly, I was raised amongst the gangsters, the pimps, and the drug dealers. Tattoos were for the bad guys, and as a kid, that's why I wanted to get tattooed. But I'm here today to stop the stereotypical view of the tattooed person, the old lady that grabs her purse as I walk by, or the old man that locks his car doors when I pull up next to him. I'm a tattoo artist by trade, and for the past 5 years I have lived this lifestyle, and even before I was a tattoo artist, I was still collecting tattoos. I have read several studies about the meaning of tattoos and who carries them. I have also conducted several personal interviews asking various people why they get their tattoos. Tattoos are a personal choice and lifestyle, and people should not be judged from the ink on their skin. First, I will describe the history of tattoos. Second, I will examine why people look for tattoos for healing. And third, I will discuss why people get certain tattoos. No one can really state just when the history of tattoos all started. The oldest established tattoo was exposed in 1991. It was found on a mummy known as Otezai, an Iceman dated to be at least 5,300 years of age. His tattoos are comprised of horizontal lines and vertical lines. There are a certain amount of debate, though, about the reasons why the tattoos are there. At the turn of the century, things were a little different. Circuses and sideshows played a large role in the making of tattoos more commonplace. For example, the tattooed lady, which has become an iconic image with today's popular culture, was seen as vulgar in the context of Victorian America. During the 1940s, though, the social perception of tattoos began to change. This happened due to the large number of soldiers in World War II who came home with tattoos. The time period also produced a specific kind of tattoos that came to be known as the traditional or old school style tattoos. One of the foremost and old school tattoo artists of this time was Sailor Jerry. Sailor Jerry, aka Norm Collins, began tattooing as a teenager with hand-poked designs and grew up to become one of the most influential tattoo artists that the U.S. would produce. Today, people like Ami James and Kat Von D have helped create a newfound interest in tattooing, and although they're only one part of the story, they help the culture reach new mainstream heights. Now that we understand a little bit of the history of tattoos, let's look at why people get tattoos. Tattoos are for many reasons. Some are used to help a person heal, others are to show representation. A tattoo artist I once worked with said that tattoos are not about tattoos itself, but it's about how you live with your tattoo over time. Tattoos have a power of healing from the loss of a loved one or a cover-up of a name from an old girlfriend or boyfriend. I personally got my ex covered up, and as I sought the pain from the tattoo to be measured as the pain from my broken heart, as I sat and I endured the pain, I thought about all the memories and why it didn't work, and as the tattoo progressed, I felt the pain in my heart leave my body. After seeing her name covered up, I felt like a new man, rejuvenated and set free to find another love. At the age of 17, Lindsay Peterson got her first tattoo, a phoenix on her back, and 2 more followed. Now the 27-year-old Omaha native wants to remove all 3, including the one she got her husband. A candle on Peterson's right forearm represents the first time her and her husband Zach bonded while eating birthday cake. Despite the emotional connection, she feels no remorse about removing it. I don't like it aesthetically, and so I don't think it means that much to me as I want it to, said Peterson, a graduate student at Northwestern University. She added that her husband said he would be upset if she removed it because he has etched a part of her onto his body. I've heard many reasons people get tattooed, everything from they like the feel of the pain to a certain memory they associate the tattoo with. Some gangsters will tattoo themselves with images of religious figures to be forgiven for their sins and for crimes they have committed. Other gangsters tattoos their gang names on them to ward off enemies or to provoke a fight. I've seen grandmas tattoo their grandchildren's names on them because they can't be with them every day. Some people get tattoos that have symbols and have special meaning for them. A person who is persistent could get a tattoo of a sword if he believes the sword symbolizes resistance. This is another reason why you might not understand the meaning of a person's tattoo from the first look. It is because a tattoo can only be interpreted when you understand how the person who has it thinks of it as a symbol. People use tattoos to stress on their main identity and to remind themselves of who they are. This identity can be I am dangerous, I am special, or I am strong, or or anything else that that person is proud of. I see people tattoo their bodies because they have a demon deep inside them and it's the only way they can silence their voice. I have had people get tattoos for rejuvenation of life, to overcome drugs. With all the reasons people get tattooed, I find them each to be unique and a bold statement of their personality. And as a personal life choice, they should not be judged for it. I like the idea and it feels right to me. It fits. I know that for myself, I tend to get a new tattoo to modify or to add to a tattoo around every 1 to 2 years. Getting a tattoo for me starts when the first seed idea drops down into the soil of my consciousness, and it almost always takes root until fulfilling its tattoo destiny. I live with my choices every day, but sometimes I modify the way that I wear them or how I feel about them, and that is probably what I love about the process the most. The time frame, the map, the journal. Something that evolves, connecting past to present, but always remaining you, multi-layered. I have no idea whether other people feel the same way about their own tattoos and the internal shift that took place while deciding on them, or the integration process of living with them and being judged for them. And in conclusion, no one can really state just where the history of tattoos all started. Tattoos have an amazing healing power nobody will understand. There are many reasons people get tattooed, and tattoos are a personal choice, lifestyle, and people should not be judged for the ink on their skin. And at the end of the day, we are all faced with choices in life, to tattoo or not to tattoo, and without the fear of being judged. Remember, we are all human, we all bleed red and breathe the same air. And when you see someone with tattoos, don't judge them right away. Get to know a person and maybe a good friendship will blossom.